Okay, welcome back to Ms. Curtis's art class. Today we are going to make a Alma Thomas inspired landscape. It's going to be really beautiful. It's going to have some water in the front and then a beautiful sun. So we're going to be using cool colors in front and warm colors in the background, and we're going to paint this in. So let's get started. We're going to make our frame and name. So I'm just going to use my marker and I'm going to make a straight line. You can also make a curvy line. We're going to write our first and last name at the bottom right. So take your time doing this. Remember, you can use a pencil or any type of writing utensil. Okay, so we're going to start in the front. This is going to be very simple. We're going to make just about a third of the way up a curvy, very slight curvy line all the way across, and that's going to be our calm water. We're going to make another curvy line for the second, almost like a wave of water in the background. It's going to start right here, and it's just going to come up. We're going to go a little higher here and then come back down on the other side. In our background, we are going to have a sun that's going to just, I'm gonna show you how to do this, but I just want you to make a simple circle in the top right. Okay, so those are the only things we're gonna draw. And then again, don't forget your first and last name at the bottom right. Okay, all right. Now we are going to start to use the paint already. In the front, we are going to have darker colored water, so dark blue. We can even add a tiny touch of purple, but I'll probably just use the dark blue, and then it'll go lighter blue. And then this background, we're going to use red, orange, and yellow, and we're going to have a really beautiful looking, almost like a sunset, or just it could be daytime with the sun. Okay, so I'm going to start with the water down here. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of water to activate that paint, and I'm just going to swish my brush around very carefully. I'm not like digging into the paint. You need some water to activate this paint, and you're going to have to go back and add water as you go as well. I'm just going to wipe a little bit on the edge here very carefully. Now Alma Thomas did little, like almost like tiny strokes, and I'm just going to press my paintbrush onto the paper. So I'm literally just pressing with the tip and leaving a tiny bit of white space in between. And I'm going to go along and do this the whole way. And then I'm going to go back and get more paint. So this is going to be darker blue. In order for me to get lighter blue, I'm going to use a little bit more water, wiping off the edge with the tiniest bit of blue on my brush. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up and show you how this looks. Okay, so now for the next section, I want it to be a little bit lighter blue, so I'm going into the water. You can go into the paint here, but I would wipe it off on the edge. Go into the water and wipe it off on the edge, just so you can dilute some of that color. You don't want it to be a really bright blue for this section. It's still a little bright, so I'm gonna keep going into the water and wipe it off on the edge. Let's test it. It's a little bit lighter. And I think I could even go a little lighter. And these are going to be a little bit smaller. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so now that turned out a nice light blue, very pretty. I'm going to rinse my brush really well, wipe it on the edge, and I am going to start with a yellow, just pure yellow sun, and then I'm going to make perfect little rings going around of red, orange, yellow, and then it's going to get lighter and lighter as we go out. So it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to speed this up and show you how this looks. Oh, remember to rinse your brush really well. Test it on the paper towel. If it comes up clear, you're good to go to the next color. In fact, it might be a good time to switch our water so that this doesn't get dirty. Okay, so that is how you use Alma Thomas to her painting style to kind of inspire your own landscape. So I can't wait to see how yours comes out.